Hello everyone and welcome to Kernel of Wisdom. I'm Joelle and today I'm sharing some of my favorite books on mindfulness or meditation. I'm often asked for book recommendations from people who are looking to learn more about mindfulness, how to do it, what the philosophy is behind it, or mindfulness-based concepts. And so I thought I'd share some of my favorites with everyone. For beginners, I recommend Mindfulness in Plain English. I found that this book explained the basics of mindfulness and how to get a mindfulness practice started so well. It's easy for anyone to pick it up and understand some of the core concepts, and they really use some great analogies to help it make sense. So if you'd like to start a mindfulness practice on your own and you want something to supplement my awesome channel or other resources that you're using, I totally recommend this book. To be nicer to yourself, I recommend Self-Compassion by Dr. Kristin Neff. Self-compassion is a huge part of mindfulness. And Dr. Neff is the self-compassion lady. She's done all sorts of research on it, and she has some great exercises and ideas for explaining why this is important and how to bring more of it into your life and to your practice. To help deal with stress, I recommend Full Catastrophe Living by Jon Kabat-Zinn. Jon Kabat-Zinn is not only one of the people who started to really bring mindfulness into a Western mindset, but he was also one of the first to develop mindfulness programs that were really adapted and applied for a therapeutic approach. In fact, he is the father of the mindfulness-based stress reduction program, and so his books, like Full Catastrophe Living, are so good for stress. Kabat-Zinn is not only great at reinforcing and reiterating a lot of the concepts I've already mentioned, but he's also great at talking about how to start a mindfulness practice, how to develop that practice so that it can be applied for stress, and how to think about mindfulness. To use mindfulness for depression, anxiety, or other mental health challenges, I recommend the Mindful Way workbooks. If you're trying to grapple with some really challenging feelings, mindfulness can often help. And the Mindful Way workbooks are designed specifically to help with some of these challenges. In fact, there's a general Mindful Way workbook, or there's a Mindful Way for depression, or the Mindful Way for anxiety. All of these workbooks are based in mindfulness-based cognitive therapy, and so they're really designed to help you address some of the thinking and emotional ways of relating that can be at the root of these challenges. To advance and supercharge your practice, I highly recommend Radical Acceptance by Tara Brach. I found Radical Acceptance to be a book that completely shifted how I was thinking about mindfulness. She has such an amazing way of really pinpointing what it means to be present and without judgment and to fully accept our realities. Not only that, Tara Brach has amazing exercises to push you in your practice. So if you're a beginner, this can be a great place to start, but if you have a strong practice already, I even more recommend this book to help reground you and to help push you even further. For quick mindfulness reading, I recommend Mindful Magazine. Mindful Magazine has a ton of quick but really digestible articles on anything from tips and tricks for your practice, recipes that are going to be really great for your body, or even really in-depth articles about some of the big issues and emotions that can come up from a practice or that surround the practice. If you want to know more about the science of mindfulness, I super recommend MINDSIGHT by Dr. Dan Siegel. Okay, in general, if you're like me and you want to understand why mindfulness works and what mindfulness does for our brains, Dr. Siegel is your man. And MINDSIGHT is one of the most comprehensive but understandable neuroscience-based textbooks I've seen to help explain what the power of mindfulness is on our brains. Otherwise, if you're looking to learn more about the philosophy behind mindfulness, I have a few recommendations. The first is The Art of Happiness by the 14th Dalai Lama and edited by Howard C. Cutler. The second is either The Power of Now or A New Earth, or both, by Eckhart Tolle. And the last is No Mud, No Lotus, The Art of Transforming Suffering by Thich Nhat Hanh. Okay, and last but not least, if you're looking to be inspired by some mindfulness-infused fiction, just looking for more of an enjoyable read but that will really start to motivate your practice, I recommend the following. The first is Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. The next is The Celestine Prophecy by James Redfield. And the last is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Well, I hope this video helps you find some books about mindfulness that help to supercharge, kick off, or really inspire your practice. If you have any other suggestions or if you have any questions, feel free to post below or shoot me a note. Do not forget to subscribe for more mindful videos from Kernel of Wisdom. If you want to learn more about me or my mindfulness programs, check out kernelofwisdom.com. And otherwise, I hope you have a great day and happy meditating. Bye.